Hello, and welcome to episode 1 of my true 100% plus playthrough of this game. Title is temporary. I will hopefully come up with a better name for that and use that in the future. But for now, we're calling it that, and it kind of summarizes. It just sounds pretty terrible. So yeah, just starting the game for the first time, loading the game, good stuff, and we're gonna watch this first cutscene together, and then I'll explain what's gonna happen.
After 5 years on the East Coast, it was time to go home.
Welcome to Los Santos Airport.
What's up? Carl is sweet.
What's up, sweet? What you want?
This mama. She's dead, bro. Passenger, show us your hand. Stop. Get down on your knees. Now down on your stomach. There you go. I'll take that, Hernandez.
Hey, that's my paper, man. That's money.
This is drug money.
My money, man.
Hey, don't worry about it. I'll fill it out later.
Welcome home, Carl. Glad to be back. You haven't forgotten about us, have you, boy?
Hell no, Officer Tenpenny. I was just wondering what took y'all so long.
Get in the car.
Ease up, man. Damn.
Watch your head. Oh, my bad.
Get out of here, you greaseball bastard! Stupid Mexican. Oh, hey, sorry.
My bag. Hey, man, my bag.
How you been, Carl? How's your wonderful family?
I'm here to bury my moms. You know that.
Yeah, I guess I do. So what else you got shaking, Carl?
Nothing. I live in Liberty City now. I'm clean. Legit.
Nah, you ain't never been clean, Carl.
Well, what do we got here?
This is a weapon, Officer Pulaski, that was used to gun down a police officer not 10 minutes ago. Officer Pendleberry. A fine man, I might add. You work fast, nigga.
You know I just got off the plane.
Well, that's a good thing we found you and retrieved the murder weapon.
That ain't my gun.
Don't bullshit me, Carl.
Yeah, don't bullshit him, Carl.
What the fuck you want from me this time?
When we want you, we'll find you. In the meantime, try not to gun down any more officers of the law.
Y'all can't leave me here. This baller's country.
I thought you said you was innocent, Carl. Shoot on bang.
This is car 58.
See you around like a donut,
What?
Carl.
Officer Pendlebury's down. We'll be right over.
Oh, shit. Here we go again. Worst place in the world. Rolling Heights baller country. Now, I ain't represented Grove Street in 5 years, but the ballers won't give a shit.
Don't you just love cutscenes in this game? So yeah, as you can see there, the cutscenes I'm going to try to edit into 16:9, because they're like, I'm playing in 4:3, right? But the cutscenes are in like widescreen 4:3, so it just looks awful, so I'm like stretching that to 16:9. Anyway, right at the start here, I'm going to go straight to the fire truck, and we're going to start the fire truck side missions. At the edge of Los Santos, where it's a nice big straight road, and I try to make it so all of the burning cars spawn on that one road, so I don't have to drive through Los Santos and waste a lot of time. Unfortunately, I mess up a bit. But yeah, hi. I have a lot of explaining to do, and thankfully, fire truck takes quite a long time, so I got plenty of time to explain myself. So, probably wondering what this is. Josh, what does true 100% mean, and why are you doing a Let's Play and not a speedrun? Well, true 100% plus doesn't really mean anything. I kind of made it up. And like I said, it's not really the best title in the world. So I'll probably come up with a better name for it, but for now, that's what we're calling it. It kind of summarizes fairly well. But basically, I'm just planning to do everything everything I can think of. Like, you know, normal gameplay stuff, 100% stuff that doesn't give percentage, like stun jumps, stuff that doesn't make any sense. So I'm going to do everything. Currently, as of right now, that means I have a list of goals. My goal, number one goal, the first goal, is to get a master save. I'll explain what that is shortly. And that'll be the first few episodes, like, I don't know, 10, 20 episodes, trying to achieve that. Once I've done that, I'll move on to getting in-game 100%, so, you know, doing everything the game counts as a percentage, like, you know, completing all the story and doing all the side missions and stuff like that. And then while I'm doing that, I'll also be getting all special vehicles, or all unique vehicles. So the GTA community is this thing where they like to collect unique vehicles in the game. So during some missions, there's like, you know, a black perennial, or an invincible infernus, or an Andromeda, or whatever, however you say that. And everyone likes to find ways to like break out of the mission, collect these things, and store them, whatnot. So I'm going to be doing, during my, like, you know, any percent, like, normal story playthrough, as you call it, I would also do, like, getting all of the special vehicles and, like, showing them off and their unique properties and whatnot. I'm also going to do every single gang territory. That includes glitched ones. So I'm going to, like, use a glitch to make it so I can create gang territories where there weren't originally gang territories. Like, every area in this game is programmed in the same way as any gang territory is, so it's possible to take over the entire map, but they kind of locked it to just Los Santos. So I'll be doing a glitch to make it so I can take control of every single gang territory, and that will probably take some time. Like, that alone is probably hundreds of hours of gameplay right there. Like, unless a better glitch is found, or one exists that I don't know of, the glitch to do that is going to take a really long time. So that'll be fun, but we'll leave that to somewhere near the end, I think, when I've completed everything. I'm also beginning doing, like, you know, all girlfriends. Like, I'm going to get the special perk for every girlfriend, and maybe we might have some hot coffee action. I don't know, maybe for April Fools or something, or Valentine's Day. I'm also going to get the King of San Andreas criminal rating in-game. I think I'll leave a link in the description to this video to explain what that is. But basically there's like a high score system in-game, kind of, and I'm going to try and get the highest score, basically. I'm going to get maximum stats, obviously, so like stamina, muscle, guns, sex appeal, driving, you know, all that good stuff. I'm going to visit every single Easter egg that's in this game. I'm going to get the high score in all the mini-games, and I'm going to get a jackpot in all the casinos and gambling and whatnot. And as a little GTA 5 thing, I'm going to fly under all the bridges at one point. That'll be fun. I'm going to get every single clothes, tattoo, haircuts, and I'm going to visit every single interior. That's what I have noted down right now for my goals. Obviously, this is a long way off, right? Like, the first thing on this to-do list is a master save, and that's going to take a long time in itself. And all that other stuff can wait. But I will say, if you have any suggestions for what you'd like me to do in a true 100% plus Let's Play, like, you know, is there anything you think is cool that I should put on this goal, like, you know, list of goals? Like, I don't know, like, kill every police officer or something. Obviously that's dumb, but something like that. If you can come up with anything, let me know in the YouTube comments or Twitter or anything. I'll try and do my best to read everything, and maybe we can make a big goal list together. So, first thing on this goal list, master save. What the hell is a master save, Josh? And what are you talking about? So, the GTA community has this term called master save that they use, where you basically, you do every single thing that you could possibly do in-game before starting the first mission. Alright, so as you've noticed, I watched the first cutscene, gained control of CJ, and immediately left Grove Street area and headed to the fire truck and started doing this, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start this Let's Play, or playthrough, off with a master save. So I'm going to do absolutely everything there is to do before even completing the first mission. Now, obviously, this has a lot of challenges to it, right? The most obvious one is, hey Josh, how are you going to do stuff in Los Venturas and San Fierro? You'll have 4 stars. And it's like, well, I'll figure it out, right? All the bridges are locked and you're not allowed on other islands, but that never stopped anyone. Also, a lot of the interiors are locked, so I can't like go to Burger Shop and stuff to eat food, which is going to be a big problem. I can't go to ammunition, you know, even missions like can give lots of ammo, so it's going to be really tricky to manage my ammunition. Yeah, it's just loads of restrictions and probably loads of stuff I can't think about right now, which I'll find out later. If you want to know more about what a master save is and how to do it, there's a FAQ I'm following, or a big guide on the internet someone wrote many years ago that I'm going to be following for the most part, kind of. I'm using for help anyway. I'll link that in the description because it's pretty good. Someone put a lot of effort into this. But the plan, the first thing to do is fire truck, right? So I'm not doing fire truck for fireproof. I'm doing fire truck because A, you know, it's a thing that you can do at the start of the game, so I'm going to do it. And B, I need money. I need a lot of money. We're going to be buying safe houses and all sorts of things, so I'm going to try and get a ludicrous amount of money with a trick that's most people probably know, but I'll describe when we get there. But first order of business is to do fire truck, and what I'm trying to do, like I said, is I'm trying to like keep outside of Los Santos, so you can like do this fairly easily without going around corners and stuff. I'm kind of failing at it a bit, like I was pretty deep in Los Santos there, but I got lucky and it headed back here. So now I'm like, you know, on this main road again where I want to be doing these fire things. This is the second to last level. This is level 11. There's 12 levels. So we're almost done with this. And then we'll move on to the next thing. But yeah, as for the format of these episodes, I'm not really sure how I'm going to do this. This first episode is obviously, you know, I'm recording this in post. You know, you can't hear my keyboard and I'm talking past tense and stuff. So yeah, I'm like watching back my recorded video of me doing this a few hours ago and talking over it. I think this is a good idea for the first few episodes while I'm like trying to explain lots of things. But maybe I'll do some live episodes later on. And yeah, this is not a speed run, of course. I'm not trying to do this fast. This would, you know, the goals I'm defining here are so arbitrary, it would be a terrible speed run. Plus, this is going to take a lot longer than like 48 hours. So this is not a speed run at all. I've always talked about doing a playthrough of this game where I do absolutely everything and do lots of cool tricks and stuff that I know that aren't faster. So yeah, this should be a lot of fun. Especially once we get to doing missions and whatnot. The things you can do in all the missions are pretty cool. So yeah, right now it's post-commentary, and I'm going to try other things. As for like schedule of uploads, I kind of want to be somewhat consistent with this to, like, you know, make this a popular series or whatever. Oh yeah, sick drop here. Oh, nice, perfect. It's right on the motorway. But I don't know how much I'll be able to commit to this. Maybe I'll do like one episode a week or something, or maybe one episode a month. I don't know. This first episode is probably pretty long. Like, I don't have the full thing in front of me at the moment, but at the moment it's 20 minutes. So this first clip is 20 minutes. So this is probably going to be like an hour-long video. They're probably not all going to be that long, but just because this is the initial setup, I thought I'd dedicate a lot of time to the first episode. This is the one episode that everyone's going to watch, right? No one's going to watch the rest of the 300 other episodes of this, so I might as well make this one good. But I do have some plans for episode 2, which might make you a little interested, which I'll talk about at the end. Should be pretty cool. Alright. So, we're finishing up here. This guy is in a really damn awkward place, and I take a long time deciding how the hell I'm going to get down to him. I'm like, I guess I'll go down these stairs. No, that looks too tight. I guess I won't. No, wait, I will. I turn around and go back down there. I actually get the fire truck stuck, but thankfully the thing's right there, and I managed to spray everyone right at the start without being able to move. Good. So that's fire truck done. Check. I need to have a big checkboard list of like stuff that I've done and whatnot. Alright, So now that I've done that, I'm going to immediately head over to the car park that's around the corner here, and we're going to grab ourselves an NRG and some grenades. The NRG being, you know, the fastest vehicle in the game that you could probably access at this point. So it's pretty useful. And the grenades, I don't really need right now, but I'm probably going to pick up every single gun I ever find, because ammo is going to be a nightmare for this. Like, if I ever have to actually kill people, it's going to be really tough. Like, Vigilante, like, oh my god, doing Vigilante is going to be absolutely soul-crushing, so yeah, pick up that ammo now, Josh. Alright, so here's the NRG, fastest land vehicle in the game. I guess the Infernus is somewhat faster, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, it's pretty damn fast. It's good enough. And there's the grenades. We're going to pick them up. And we're going to move on to our next goal. So the next thing I do in this episode is we go by Glen Park Safe House. So there's a few safe houses you can access at the start of the game. Like 6, I think, other than CJ's house that you get. Obviously, you know, being a master save and all, we're going to try and buy every single one of them. Which is what Fire Truck was for, because Fire Truck has given me a lot of money. As you can see, I have $46,000 right now. Oh, we're making a quick stop here to grab a spray can and some ammo. I actually listened to the Grove Street Home dialogue here. I was trying to avoid it, but I don't know if it's worth the effort of, like, avoiding this dialogue line, so...
Grove Street. Home. At least it was before I fucked everything
Yeah,
up.
there you go, CJ said it. Some master saves are like, oh, you never listen to that line, and then you do everything. But, I mean, really, like, I think not starting the mission's good enough, so I'm not too worried. So yeah, we grabbed some arrow off the roof, and I prefer Micro SMG over the Tech 9, so I'm going to swap it out for this here, get some ammo, good stuff, get back on the bike, and we'll make our way over to the Glen Park Safe House. So, the first order of business is obtaining money. Now, you may be thinking, wow, $46,000 is a fair amount, Josh. You should be set for a while, right? Well, no, these safe houses are pretty expensive, and I'm going to want to do some other stuff. Oh, yeah, there's some more grenades here as well. I really like grenades. I pick up loads in this first episode for some reason. Even though I don't use any... I think I use, like, 1 bullet in this whole episode. It's pretty good. There's a spray tag there, by the way, that I just drove past, but I'm gonna save all tags and stuff for doing in one episode, so I don't get, like, mixed up what I've done and what I haven't. There's a chainsaw here I'm looking for. There it is. So yeah, we're gonna go buy the Glen Park Safe House eventually. And the reason I'm going that safe house is because it's close to something that I want to use. And having the ability to, like, save and reload and try again for what I'm about to do is pretty important. Otherwise, this... Oh boy, this would have been tough without multiple tries. Alright, I think I head over to Glen Park now. Yeah, we're on the way. Good, good. I think I actually take a really terrible route here, which is pretty funny. Yeah, like, where the hell am I going? Oh, man. Well, what am I doing? It's fine. We get there in the end, I promise. Oh, God, almost ran that woman over. Alright. Let's go buy the safe house. Oh, yeah, I actually do something after this. So, as I said earlier, most of the interiors are locked. So, like, you can't get inside any burger shops or any, like, restaurants or anything. So eating is a really severe problem, and CJ's gonna starve a lot, and I'm gonna lose a lot of fat when I'm, like, exercising and whatnot. And the only way to regain fat when you're doing this is to use vending machines, of all things. And vending machines restore, like, an absolute tiny amount of fat. So I decided to go to this one, buy one thing, just to keep CJ, you know, nice and healthy, and then move on. It was actually completely pointless doing this, but, you know, I've recorded this now, it's fine. So yeah, now that we got the vending machine, we're gonna abuse the shit out of vending machines later on. Alright, so then move on, and we go save. Unfortunately, I lose the NRG here, because when I load the save, it disappears. Because there's no garage here, but we need to use this safe house. So, yeah. As soon as I find the save point. There it is. I'm just exploring the house, honest. Alright, so that's save file number 1. In the beginning. Spoilers, they're all gonna say in the beginning for a really long time. So yeah, a bit of an edit here. This next bit took a few tries, but a lot less than I was expecting, actually. So what we're going to do now is we're going to drive over to the betting shop. And this is the thing I was alluding to earlier, that most people probably know this trick. But what I'm going to do is, well, I'm going to save and then come over here, bet all of my money on the worst odds horse, and I'm going to keep trying until I win. Thankfully for you, I've edited out all the times I failed. So, spoilers, I'm going to win this one. So, Turbot Tornado, we bet all of our money, and go little horse, go! So our horse is the one at the bottom. And it actually got off to a pretty good start here. This is what was making me pretty hopeful. Then he falls back, and then I'm just sat there like, go on horse, go Turbot, go! But yeah, thankfully we win this one. And we get, what was it, a 1 to 12 ratio? So we get a lot of money back. We get better than like 10 times our money. And there it is, Turbot Turbo. We won $3,600,000 for that. Which is pretty damn good. So yeah, that was the first bet we made. That got us a lot of money. And now we're going to go save, and we're going to repeat. So I repeat this 4 times. I forget the total I make, but it's a hell of a lot of money. So this is probably going to be enough money for a really long time, and I probably won't have to worry about it, I don't know, ever again maybe. I want to get maximum money at one point, but that's probably going to have to wait till a little bit later. So yeah, here comes the next one, the next successful attempt I had. These took about 2 or 3 tries. Oh look, I get a police bike a second time in a row. Didn't even realise that. Both times I won at this, I got a police bike. That's pretty interesting. Okay, yeah, so this took a surprisingly short amount of time. Like, considering the odds were like 1 in 12, you'd think that, you know, this take me like 12 times or whatever. I don't think that's how odds work, but yeah, you'd think this take me a long time. But it actually didn't. It was really surprisingly quick. I was very, very, very much expecting to spend a lot of time doing this compared to the other things in this episode, but this actually took probably the least amount of time. So yeah, I'm like, this bit I have to like spam the spacebar for a little bit to bet all of my money. But here we go, Bolt Shooter. It's the horse that wins us the millions. Is it millions? Oh, we'll see how much this one gets me. He's going, oh, and then I'm sat here just like, oh god, please, because every other time I did this, the horse was like right at the far left and never moved. So it's like, this was the one time, and it's like, oh, photo finish right at the end, but Bolt Shooter wins, and $46 million. It's a pretty hefty amount. Oh yeah, and I got wanted stars, yeah, it's pretty fun. So yeah, we're gonna drive back, save. I really didn't want to like get busted or something stupid now and have to retry this. It was pretty lucky that I won that. So yeah, drive on over to here. What's your uncle? Stop. Oh no, that isn't million, is it? Is that 5 million I have? No, that's 50 million. Man, I don't remember. This was a while ago now. Yeah, so you can see in the timestamp of these save files how long this took me to do. It wasn't too bad. Alright, so here is the 3rd successful attempt. So, you thought it took me a while to press spacebar last time. This was actually right after. You can see that I haven't loaded a save because my police bike was still there. This really surprised me. So I did that, I made a save file, and I was like, oh man, I got really lucky. I bet I'm going to spend ages doing this last one. And I was dreading it, right? Because the amount of spacebar smashing I'm going to have to do to bet all of this money, like, you'll see, like, once we get inside, I'm pressing spacebar for a long-ass time to try and bet everything. So I was kind of dreading this. I thought I was going to have to do this for ages. Like, look how long this takes. Like, I'm stopping every now and then as me trying other buttons to see if anything else works, but it isn't. It's only space. So I just give up and just start mashing it. But yeah, this was actually immediately afterwards. I didn't load a save or retry or anything. Good old knuckle shuffle saved me doing the knuckle shuffle and spamming spacebar. So yeah, I win on the first bet. It's pretty incredible luck. It's like, I should go outside and buy a lottery ticket, man. Getting this first time is pretty incredible. Alright, this is a whole lot of spacebar smashing, so I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this bit. There we go, done at last. So here we go, the knuckle shuffle, right at the back, and I'm just like, oh god, I'm not going to win this, am I? I'm going to have to do all that spacebar spamming again. But they're actually all pretty close. Like, apart from that orange one, they're all really far at the back. And then, oh, up he comes, and at this point, I'm like, my hopes are flipping through the roof. And I'm like, oh my god, please tell me I do this first time. And he wins. He just wins by a little tiny bit. There's two other horses there. It's an absolute miracle. So yeah, I won a lot of money. Like, so much money that I don't even care how much I won. Like, holy crap. So yeah, I'm probably set for money for, I don't know, a really long time. I can't think of anything that I could do to spend this money. Like, maybe I could buy like a crazy amount of weapons, but I can't even access ammunition right now. So I am set for cash. Oh yeah, and this guy is parked here just to ruin my clip. But yeah, I have so much money, I actually have to sit here and wait for it to go up. Like, I know I can save and just continue and the money will keep counting up. I want to lose it, but I just actually wanted to see how high I go. So we're going to need another little fast forward here to get this money to the max. This is a long time of waiting. So yeah, there we go. Turns out I got $65 million from that. That was like, I sped that up by 5,000%. That was like 3 minutes of me sat on the bed waiting for my money to go up. It was pretty ridiculous. So yeah, next on my to-do list is to go around and buy some safe houses. Nothing too interesting happens here. I spend some time looking at the map, figuring out what safe houses to buy. There's only like 6, and I've already bought 1. They're the only things available at the beginning of the game. So I'm just going to fast forward this bit, and I'll see you when we're done. Alright, and we're back. So yeah, that's me buying 5 out of the 6 safe houses in Los Santos. I saved the other one for later. But this is the beach, Santa Marina Beach. Convenient message that popped up. Oh, this is the Santa Marina Beach safe house. This is the closest one to the beach gym area, which I'm going to be using a lot. So yeah, I decided to set up shop here. So what we're going to do is going to run out. I'm gonna, for the first time, I decide to sprint all the way there, because I'm like, oh, sprinting will train stamina, I'll do that, I guess. Instead of taking my bike, but thankfully, I decide to take the bike the rest of the times, otherwise this is gonna take a really long time. But yeah, just over here, there's a little workout area, and I'm gonna be grinding muscle and a bit of stamina. The problem with grinding stamina is that it depletes your fat quite a lot, and fat is a really big challenge to manage. So what actually happens is I end up jamming a 20p coin into my F button at the stand in front of a vending machine, and just get CJ to like eat from a vending machine for like 10 minutes straight, and that gets me like 1/3 of my fat bar up or something. It was absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, I just start to train muscle here. Nothing too fancy. I think I start with a thing that's like way too heavy, and I forget how this minigame works and stuff. I'll get there eventually. But yeah, we're gonna need a little montage here. So I don't know what music I'm gonna find. Hopefully it's good. And enjoy my muscle and stamina and fat grinding montage. Well, that was a thing. God damn. That in real time is like an hour of footage condensed into that like one song. That was actually fairly decent. That was a royalty-free song. They didn't even pay for that. It was pretty good. Thanks to Emmyface for finding that. Alright. So, now that we're finally done with that gibberish, well, I say we're finally done. I got max muscle, but I kind of gave up on the stamina in the end. Like, the stamina is something that I'm going to build up over time, so I'll leave it to the end of the master save playthrough section. If I don't have max stamina by the end, then I'll grind it out, but, you know, it's something I should earn naturally anyway. The muscle is different, though. The muscle I'll only really earn by doing that. So, yeah, max muscle's fine. Now we have a nice buff CJ. And this CJ really reminds me of the CJ I had when I played as a kid. And it reminds me so much so that I was like, man, I have to make this CJ look like my childhood past CJ. And the way I always had my CJ was very specific, so I'm gonna work on that now. So yeah, I just bought the safe house. This is the safe house right next to the airport. That should give you a clue what we're gonna do next. I'm gonna put our NRG nice and safe in there. We won't see that for a while now. And we're going to go make a save. Just to keep backups, you know, all good stuff. Right. And then the first order of business, once this cut happens, I'm not very good at editing. There we go. First order of business is to make CJ look the way he's probably going to look for the rest of this master save playthrough. And that is, we're going to remove his shirt. Damn. Them some muscles, CJ. And yeah, this is what my childhood CJ always looked like. Just blue jeans, like default clothes, but I took off his shirt. Just played the entire game of like absolutely max muscle like this. It looks pretty cool. I feel like it suits like a main video game character. I think it's pretty good. So yeah, I'm like spinning the camera around here to make cars spawn, but I didn't get anything. But thankfully the voodoo spawned, so we'll just take that. So yeah, as you would have guessed from my very not subtle hint, we're going to go to the airport. And we're going to do one final thing this episode, which was actually really difficult to do. This took like an hour of me getting incredibly frustrated. Like, you can't tell because of the edits, right? But this was a long time. I went and bought that safe house saved, and then like an hour later I finally did this. So there's one more customization option we have available at the start of the game, and that is a single tattoo shop in Los Venturas. For some reason is open. So I'm gonna take this dodo and fly all the way to Los Venturas and buy some tattoos. Now this is a good teaser, I guess, of what's probably going to happen through most of this master save playthrough bit, where doing anything outside of Los Santos is permanent 4 stars, which is very difficult. So this took me a lot of tries, a lot of frustration. This one didn't even go very well. I was thinking about re-recording this another time, but since it took me so long to actually finish this, I decided to just keep it in. But yeah, I'm using the dodo just because it's easier to like land the dodo in Los Venturas next to the tattoo shop. A Shamble is obviously faster, but the dodo actually takes off quicker, so it's a bit easier. But yeah, I'm just avoiding some trees here. So the main problem with flying into Los Venturas is the Hydras, obviously, that try to shoot at you. Thankfully, you can actually avoid their missiles with a dodo fairly easily, but only when the dodo is like fairly high, has decent speed, as isn't damaged, which turns into a problem in a minute. There were also some bridges underneath me that I was originally flying over before, but I kind of got sick of repeating it every time, so I just stopped flying under them. We'll do them all at once in a Hydra at some point. Okay, so we're almost there. So the tattoo parlor that's open is the one that's really near the sex shop that the girl goes in during the heist stuff in Los Venturas. There's the Hydra, by the way. Thankfully, I got pretty lucky with that Hydra spawn when he spawned in front of me, so when he shot at me, it just completely missed. Before this, they were like shooting behind me, and I had to like, you know, dodge it and stuff, but I don't actually think I dodged any shots here. Oh no, there's that one, so yeah, here's my like, whoop! Just outmaneuvering a fighter jet in like this single-seater propeller. Is it single seat? It's not, is it? But it's a little propeller plane. Anyway, so I'm landing here. I actually do a really terrible job of landing, which is pretty embarrassing. But I got the plane on the ground, and I was like, man, I might as well continue. I'm probably not going to take off. I had lots of problems with the plane despawning as well. Thankfully, it didn't this time. So here's the tattoo shop. Go in. I buy every single tattoo, I believe, even though some overwrite each other, but just for completion's sake, I like buy every single one. There's nothing too interesting. None of these look that great. I'm not much of a tattoo fan anyway, but yeah, it's just like, just slap them all on, whatever. We can access it, we're gonna do it. So, CJ gets pimped out with all these tattoos. This one looks particularly bad. Like, some of these, the really low detail that, you know, San Andreas on PS2 being is, some of these look really bad. Some are alright. Like, this one, for example, looks really terrible. At least from what I can see from here, anyway. Oh, I accidentally select back there. Very clever. Yeah, so I have the crown instead, just because it looks a little bit better. So, but yeah, some of the really small ones look pretty bad. Like this one, like, look at that. What is that? That's just like a mess of pixels. It makes no sense. And then this is like so small, like, what's the point? I buy them both anyway. Yeah, during all of this, I still have 4 stars. As soon as I leave, we're going to get shot at by police, obviously. So get all our tattoos. That's every one we can have. I actually couldn't decide between the mask and the cross on the lower back, but I just took whatever. Give him a punch for good measure. Buff CJ, you know, he punches people. And then we get shot a lot. So now I'm like going to sprint over to my dodo and desperately try to take off. Unfortunately, I don't do a very good job of it, but I think I get into the air, actually, if I remember rightly. I do make it into the air. Let's have a look. Yeah, I get stuck on this tree on the left, that's it. And like, yeah, I'm still stuck. Oh, and I get shot at as well, but thankfully he misses. One of the problems was like when I was taking off, the Hydra would just blow me up before I got into the air, but yeah, he missed there. So yeah, because my collision with the tree earlier, I think I have a damaged right aileron and my engine is damaged, so I'm going really slowly. Like, slow in a dodo is worse than normal. But yeah, We managed to make it out of Los Venturas, fly all the way. The Hydra does come back though, he starts shooting at me in a minute. Yeah, there he is, just on my screen. Well, he'll shoot at me any second now. I actually get pretty lucky with what happens. It's pretty nice. Where is it? Any second now. He like shoots at me, and because of the damage to the dodo, I can't successfully avoid it. Here it is, right now. Yeah, there it is. So it's like, whoop! I do my best to avoid it, but I just can't. And it's like this point, I realize the dodo's gonna blow up, so I'm like, oh god, I have to get out. So I'm like trying to jump out above the water. I think I do actually manage to get out here. Yeah, there we go. And I'm like, oh god, and I swim as far away from the dodo as I can, just so I don't die. But funnily enough, it doesn't actually blow up in the end, which leads me to believe that maybe I could have flown it all the way back, but yeah, never mind. Thankfully I get 3 stars there, so, but yeah, I'm still in a bit of a pickle. I've got like 1/3 of my health missing, I guess. 3 stars, don't really have any weapons. My only hope is this motorway in front of me. If I can just grab a car and get moving, I might be okay. Probably should have thought about doing like paramedic and stuff before this, just so I had more health. Oh yeah, this rock was a real nightmare as well. I eventually jump over the top of it like that. But here we go. So I climb up here, and there's cops already. But with some quick thinking, I managed to shoot one of them in the face and just take his car. There it is. So I'm like pulling out my gun, shoot him in the face. There's this friend there, he doesn't do too much damage. That guy turns me around, which is really convenient. But shooting that guy got me the 4th star back, so it's like, oh great, now I have like SWAT vans and stuff chasing me again. It's pretty terrible. But yeah, I do make it back in the end, so that's good. And yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for episode 1. Unfortunately, nothing too interesting happens here, but this is all just set-up-y stuff, right? Like, I got the stats that I'm going to need, which will be beneficial for the future. I got my money, I got the safe houses, I got CJ looking the way I want him to look, right? When we do Chiliad Challenge, I think it changes the way he looks, so he might look a bit dumb, but we'll probably change him back. But yeah, I got my childhood CJ back. Oh yeah, and I give up and get out of the car here and just run up. Thankfully they don't get me. Oh yeah, that gave me a shotgun as well, that's good. That's useful.
Think about it. Stop running, fool.
Yeah, here's one of the safe houses I bought earlier. This safe house actually has a glitched garage. You can store vehicles on top of this garage and not just inside of it, which will probably, I haven't recorded anything obviously, but will probably be very useful later on. I have a lot of ideas for this garage, so that'll be fun. Yeah, and I'm very happy. Like this is me being really happy that I finally made it after like an hour of trying this stupid thing where I get some tattoos. Yeah, that's it. Stats are available to download in the description, I guess, on the GitHub page, as long as some of the save files. I didn't back them all up, but I got most of the major ones. And let me know what you think. Was this interesting? Do you like my plan? Let me know in the comments and on Twitter and everything. But yeah, I'll see you guys whenever I next upload anything, I guess. Bye.